Next on Fox News Postgame, a security scare on board a crowded jet from Chicago. We'll tell you why one passenger's words forced the plane down. Plus, a family mourns after a gruesome discovery in an abandoned building on the south side. We'll have the latest on a missing persons case that's turned into a murder investigation. And slide behind the wheel of cars you'll be driving into the new millennium. Fox News Postgame is next.
All right, I admit it. I was shopping for my wife at Lover's Lane.
I knew you'd sing like a canary.
This Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save 25% on your entire purchase. Only at Lover's Lane. Now,
being an investigative reporter is not all that glamorous. Where you're running guns for Chicago gangs, you can spend months chasing down a lead, only to come up empty-handed.
If I ever see you again, there's going to be big trouble.
And I can live with that. Are you installing illegal cable? Because it's just not fair to assume there's a bad guy around every corner.
Why did you have a fake insurance? Get the f*** with me.
But when one of those leads pays off, I know we've made a difference.
Tired of football? Robin Williams.
Hello!
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Tuesday at 7 on Fox Chicago.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox News Postgame.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nancy Pender.
And I'm Byron Harlan. First on Fox, a missing persons case has become a murder investigation. Authorities found an 81-year-old woman beaten to death this morning, 2 days after she'd been reported missing. Police found her body in an abandoned home. Mark Saxenmeyer reports live from Wentworth Area Police Headquarters with the latest. Mark.
Byron, according to family members, 81-year-old Lily Taylor was last seen Friday afternoon around 12:30 when she got into her car and, according to family members, drove a male friend of her daughter's somewhere on the south side to pick up a check. She never returned. Now, according to police, Taylor was beaten to death, suffering severe blunt trauma to her head and to her body. She was found near a vacant building on East 76th Street early this morning and pronounced dead at 4:30 a.m. At this hour, police say they have no one in custody and no suspects. They're also searching for Taylor's car, though they say they have no information about the make or the model of it. Family members say it's hard to believe anyone would try to hurt Taylor.
She didn't act like an 81-year-old either. You know, very active, managed her building here. She was a very trusting person. She was just a beautiful person. She really was.
Definitely a tragedy for the family, obviously. We'll have much more on this story. It's tonight at 9 on Fox News Chicago. Reporting live from Area 1 Police Headquarters, Mark Saxenmeyer, Fox News, Chicago.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Passengers' comments forced a United Airlines flight from Chicago to land suddenly. Flight 105 was headed from O'Hare to Los Angeles when it was forced to land last night in Denver. One of the 179 passengers on board was taken off the plane and turned over to police. United says the passenger was displaying what a spokeswoman called unusual behavior and making strange comments. The plane was searched. Nothing unusual was found, and it continued on to Los Angeles.
And air travel for all airlines is about to pick up for the first time since the Y2K changeover. Chicago's aviation department expects heavy traffic at both O'Hare and Midway airports starting at about 8 tonight. That's because people are heading home after the extended holiday weekend. So far, both airports report no Y2K-related problems.
But the big test for Y2K is just around the corner when businesses and schools here and around the world open for work tomorrow. And today, Chicago's Y2K leaders say they're ready. Patrick Elwood is live at Ogden School on the city's north side. Patrick?
Well, Nancy, come tomorrow morning, the doors here at Ogden School will swing open and classes will resume. Ditto for every school in the Chicago public school system. Now, on the subject of Y2K, for that matter, as Byron just mentioned, both airports reporting no problems so far. And when it comes to the city of Chicago computers, only minor glitches have been encountered. It's the day after New Year's and the day before kids go back to school. For this family, the holiday break has been great, but it's time for children to hit the books again. Or more appropriately in this day and age, the computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough of the Christmas vacation already.
Yeah, it's time to go back to school now.
There may be a few minor Y2K glitches in Chicago schools this week, but CEO Paul Vallis says he expects nothing to keep the kids at home.
You're going to have some isolated glitches, and you really won't know until next week what those glitches are, but we don't anticipate anything interfering with the educational process or, for that matter, jeopardizing the regular day-to-day opening and functioning of schools.
City aviation authorities report the Y2K transition has been free of turbulence as well. The friendly skies at Midway and O'Hare have been free of computer problems. However, not all Chicago agencies can say the same.
Here is the forecast for the Chicago metropolitan area.
Take a look at this Fox Doppler weather computer. A similar one used by the Streets and Sanitation Department has been bitten by the Y2K bug.
Streets and Sanitation uses it to predict snow. That's how they determine when a snowstorm is coming in. Obviously, we weren't going to have it over the weekend.
Volkman says the short-term fix was to configure the computer back to 1983. Reason being, the calendar is the same as this year. Other than that, Chicago's Y2K experts will turn their attention to the start of the business week, when the banks and financial markets will be back at it. But judging by how things have gone so far, people like Scott Porterfield aren't worried at all.
The lights didn't go out, the water works, power works, everything works as far as I can see it.
So kids, like it or not, school is back in tomorrow, and CEO Paul Vallis says there's an important lesson to be learned there. Preparation goes a long way. On the bigger picture here of Y2K concerns, again, another major hurdle will be encountered tomorrow in the business and financial markets, and computer experts we spoke to today say they don't anticipate any major problems. That's the latest, reporting live from State and Walton. Patrick Elwood, Fox News, Chicago.
All right, Patrick, thank you. The Mercantile Exchange is spending the day double-checking its computer systems and testing the Millennium markets. Today, the Futures Exchange became the first international market to start post-holiday electronic trading. Chicago Futures Exchange leaders say their tests went well.
And you hear that sentiment echoed across the country as the world gets ready for tomorrow's Millennium bug test. Some specialists think about 90% of the world's major systems were not operating when the new year arrived. Even so, the president's Y2K czar says he expects no big problems at the start of the business day.
They expect that they will operate without any noticeable difficulties. But again, it's just kind of an example of the kind of nagging glitches that may occur around the periphery as people actually start to boot up and run their major programs.
Computer gurus found one of those glitches in Chicago this weekend. A computer that runs an energy management system flashed the day January 4th, 1980. Workers are replacing that computer. Tonight on Fox News Chicago at 9, we'll tell you how Chicago and the world's first trades of the millennium go. You'll hear from the capitalist pig, Jonathan Honig, about what you'll need to know.
Well, it might not look like it outside, but today marks the anniversary of last year's Chicago blizzard. This was the scene, last January 2nd, when nearly 21 inches of snow covered the city and suburbs. Strong winds and freezing temperatures kept most people inside. Cars were hopelessly buried in the white stuff, and Streets and Sanitation concentrated snowplows on public streets. This afternoon, the sun beats down on those same streets, temperatures flirting with the 60 mark.
Oh.
Seems a bizarre contrast to last year's Arctic freeze. The mild weather makes the blizzard of 99 seem like a bad dream. Look at that, shorts. But after all this in Chicago, this is Chicago in January, and this can't last forever, right? Meteorologist Harry Volkman is in the Fox Weather Center with our first look at the forecast. Harry, so what do you say?
Well, Nancy, I'll tell you, you've really hit it on the nose about the big contrast of weather in this city. No wonder we love to live here. It was a year ago that we had that storm. That 18.6 on that one day was the biggest one-day snowfall in history in Chicago. But today, here's a whole new record. This was the warmest January 2nd in history, as the temperature hits 60 at 3 o'clock, and it tops the 58 set way back in 1950 when Harry Volkman was just starting on TV. And look at this contrast of temperatures across the Midwest. Nearly 70 just south of St. Louis and about 14 in North Dakota. The cold is coming and the warmth is leaving, and there'll be some snow. And we'll have the forecast about that a little bit later, Nancy and Byron.
All right, Harry, thanks. It was supposed to be a dream vacation.
But it became a nightmare cruise. Coming up on Fox News Postgame, we'll tell you about a disaster at sea that sparked the first big lawsuit of the year 2000.
Plus, there's a change in the condition of former Beatle George Harrison. We'll tell you how he's recovering from that stab wound.
But first, searching for a cause in the fire that killed 3 generations of one family. The latest next on Fox News Postgame.
People call it smart, thrilling, the place for values. Toyotathon 2000, the blockbuster event filled with great Toyota values. Your ride to the new millennium is here. Are you ready to go? Now, get a super low $199 a month lease on a new 2000 Camry, America's #1 selling car for 2 straight years. Get the Toyotathon 2000, now playing exclusively at your Toyota dealer.
I used to worry about finding everyone in the family the right doctor. Then I called 1-800-DOCTORS. Their counselors matched us to the perfect medical specialist and gave us reliable information we couldn't get from a friend or a directory. They made sure the physicians were in our health plan and helped arrange our first appointment. From pediatricians to dentists. Thanks, 1-800-DOCTORS. One number. It's all you need.
Visit us at www.1800doctors.com.
Investigators are back at a Kankakee County house today working to find a cause for yesterday's fire that killed 5 members of one family. The fire in Sun River Terrace killed Lester and Susie Lee, their son Benny Hedrick, and his 2 children, Benny and Erica. Fire crews say the house was completely engulfed in flames by the time they arrived early yesterday morning. The fire is not believed to be arson.
A north side crash this morning killed a 19-year-old man. Police say this car was traveling on Damon near Lawrence Avenue when it crashed head-on with another vehicle. The 19-year-old passenger was killed when he was thrown from the car and hit a light pole. 3 other people involved in the crash walked away uninjured.
It's a highway famous for its aggressive drivers and unlimited speed.
Now Germany's Autobahn is the scene of a deadly crash. That tops today's news briefs. 2 people are dead, 73 others hurt after the crash on the highway. There is no maximum speed limit on the Autobahn. It took cleanup crews hours to get the highway reopened. Authorities blame foggy weather and drivers going too fast for the conditions.
Israel's Prime Minister Ehud Barak heads to the United States today to continue peace talks with Syria. They'll be discussing Israel's return of the Golan Heights territory to Syria. The land was captured in 1967.
The man credited by many for bringing the U.S. Navy into modern times has died. Retired Admiral Elmo Zumwalt Jr. died today of complications from surgery at a hospital in North Carolina. He'd been treated for a cancerous tumor. Zumwalt led the Navy at the end of the Vietnam War. He was known for relaxing regulations for enlisted men and being advanced technology. Zumwalt was 79 years old.
The first big lawsuit of the year 2000 has been launched by disgruntled cruise ship passengers in Miami. They booked passage on the Carnival cruise ship Paradise. The so-called Millennium voyage was supposed to wind up in Puerto Rico, but engine problems forced the ship to divert to the Bahamas. Now, some passengers say the company knew those problems existed before the ship even left port.
The cruise was terrible, things weren't on time, they switched all of our itineraries, the food was terrible, the service was terrible.
And what are you doing now?
I'm going home late.
Carnival is offering a partial refund for the 2,600 passengers on board, but the people filing the lawsuit say that's not enough.
Former Beatle George Harrison is out of the hospital tonight. Doctors treated Harrison for stab wounds he suffered Thursday. That's when an attacker broke into his apartment into his home, I ought to say, just outside of London. Harrison and his wife fought off the attacker. Police charged the man with attempted murder. He's now in a psychiatric hospital. The votes have been cast, and it looks as if Beanie Babies will stick around for the new millennium. Oak Brook's tie company had announced it would stop making the collectible Beanie Babies at the end of 1999. But just a few days ago, Tie said it would open the issue to a vote on the website. Now Tie reports 91% of voters, 91% wanted Beanie Babies to stick around. Some retail experts say all the talk about retiring the toy was just a stunt to kickstart sales.
Beanie Baby bust.
Yeah.
It's January at Chicago, and it's 50-plus degrees.
Good start to the 2000s, wouldn't you say? Still ahead on Fox News postgame, Harry Volkman will return to let us know how much more of this great weather is going to be around.
But first, they're not rocket-powered, and they don't hover in midair, but they are the cars of the future. You'll see them when Fox News postgame returns.
Fox News Chicago is brought to you by Jeep.
See your local Jeep dealer today.
The right to be yourself, the right to know, the right to protect yourself and be protected, the right to have health care, the right to be responsible for our own actions and those that affect others, the right to be involved in decisions about AIDS. Why are these our rights? Because AIDS affects me and it affects you too. Because we're aware of the danger. Because we are the future. We are the force for change. Come on, join in the campaign against AIDS.
Introducing new frequent phone hours.
Use the phone just 8 hours a week and get this free phone cradle. Use it 12 hours and get a speakerphone.
Use it 15 hours and get this cool headset.
Or stay on the phone 20 hours a week
And get a pasty complexion.
flabby body, and a great new nickname at school.
Exercised lately?
Carson's Ribs. Now available in envelopes for $10. For special Carson's Ribs $10 holiday certificates, call now. 1-800-GET-RIBS.
I'm going to college to learn the business of raising buffalo so we can get back to the old way of eating. Why did you go to college?
The holidays are ending, so relax.
Yep, bye-bye belt.
And kick back with King of the Hill and a special full hour of The Simpsons.
He's gotten into the pep closet. I'd say he's coming out of the pep closet.
Followed by The X-Files.
Tonight at 6:30 on Fox Chicago.
Oh, my God. The newest player on your team
218,
joins our team. Cade McNown has the final word on Bears Sunday Live.
Automakers in Detroit are staring hard into their crystal ball right now.
They're looking at the cars they think you'll be driving through the next millennium. Ed Garston gives you a test drive.
The cars and trucks we drive in the next 10 years will take on new shapes, like this Ford Explorer Sport Track, and be equipped with all sorts of conveniences, like voice-activated climate control.
Temperature, 72 degrees.
Climate control, temperature 72 degrees.
And radios.
Radio play.
Radio play.
And internet access.
Email.
You have 6 email messages.
Well, you're going to see also all types of new types of pockets and compartments inside and perhaps even outside the car to store stuff and to use stuff.
Also more variety in the materials the vehicles are made of. Lighter, more flexible.
They're using a lot of advanced technology. This would include use of lightweight materials like magnesium, carbon fiber, titanium, thoroughly a lot of aluminum in the vehicle with engines and the bodies and the closures.
In December, Honda's Insight became the first so-called hybrid car to be sold in the U.S. It uses both an electric motor and gasoline engine to achieve 61 miles a gallon in the city and 70 on the highway. It's a little bit of the future now.
Probably over the next 5 to 10 years, you'll see virtually every automaker come to market with a hybrid.
The automakers are also working hard to bring fuel cell vehicles to market. Fuel cells turn gasoline into electricity. The only tailpipe emission, water vapor. The biggest challenge?
We have to solve the affordability challenge. The concept vehicles right now have huge affordability issues.
Safety is also an important issue. And the prediction is that our vehicles will protect us better than ever.
Particularly smaller cars will get a lot safer thanks to new body structures and new types of materials and technologies.
It's all a long way from Henry Ford's first vehicle, the quadricycle, but the father of the motorized four-wheeler never had a doubt his revolutionary invention would continue to evolve on into the 21st century. Ed Garston, CNN Detroit.
Certainly easier to get around these days than it was last year at this time.
Especially a day like today, you're right. I remember when I used to go around in a Tin Lizzie. Remember that?
What?
No, Tin Lizzie. It's an old Henry Ford car.
I see.
Okay.
Replaced by
got it.
the Tin Lizzie, replaced by the Model A. But anyway, now let's see what kind of model weather we've got coming up here. First in Chicago, this is a look down Lakeshore Drive, where the folks saying, what season is this? Is this spring already? What happened to winter? Well, just wait a few hours. That's what you have to do in Chicago. and the temperatures are dropping. In fact, it's already started to go down. It was 60 an hour ago. Now it's 56, but the reading is already down to 39 out around Sterling and Rock Falls. And the west wind, 21 gusting to 32, is going to blow that chill in here tonight. 55% humidity, and the pressure is now rising after being very low there for much of the day. And that low pressure just sucked in the warm air on one side, and it'll bring the cold air on the other side of the jet stream. At 4 o'clock, it was still 61 along the lakefront at Meigs Field. But it didn't heat up the Bears too much, I guess, today, but maybe another year. Reading is already down into the 40s from the Ottawa area up to Rockford and DeKalb, and so your readings on your thermometer outside your back or front door will show a drop. 60-degree high today, brand new record. Previous record, 58, 50 years ago today. It was 16 below back in 1879. And the sun is up at 7:20. That's the latest sunrise of the year now, and sunset 4:32, but we've already gained 12 minutes in the afternoon from early December. Now this is the blue area, blue and purples of snow, and not much in the way of rain there, but watch how that moved away to the north of here. And so the tail end of that, which we thought might get into Chicago tonight, has gone, but there's still another storm in the southwest, and that's the one we have to watch because it has even more energy. Now, for tonight, we have the low pressure moving away from us rapidly. It was in Iowa this morning, and overnight it'll get east of Lake Huron, and this front will hang up down here with rain, which will then begin to move northward. We'll have lows tonight 38 to 42 degrees. And then tomorrow, then that low down in the Ozarks, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, will come racing along up towards Ohio. Our readings will be in the 40s because of northeast winds off the lake, but as the evening comes on, the temperature will start to go down, and we will drop into the 30s and get some snow in here. Some accumulation is possible late tomorrow night and into early Tuesday morning when the snow will taper off to flurries. Readings at mid-afternoon showed as cold as this 12 up here in North Dakota around Wilmot, that is Williston and Minot, and 81 degrees down at Falfurrias in South Texas around Farr and Laredo. And then for tomorrow, it'll be about the same thing. Very warm down there. Pretty chilly up here, but not sub-zero, mind you, not like what we've had in many past years, with a high in the Chicago area about 45 tomorrow. So rain will develop sometime during the late morning, early afternoon, and then move through here into some light snow at night. Cloudy turning colder this evening, low 38 to 40, winds becoming northeast 10 to 15. So those gusty west winds out there now will switch to the northeast and diminish. Rain likely and colder than today tomorrow, but that's still very mild for this time of year, 43 to 46 for the 3rd of January. Winds northeast at 10 to 18. Then the 5 days says that overnight Monday the rain change to snow continues, but it ends up as just light snow on Tuesday morning, so it might be a little bit slippery around here Tuesday morning. Then Wednesday the sun comes out, but pretty chilly, high of 30. Thursday 34 with some rain late, and Friday getting cold again with some snow flurries.
Chicago in January, the garden spot of the nation.
I would think so.
Let's just hope it's not like seasonal shift or something, that we're going to have a real late spring.
Yeah, I have a feeling March is going to be rough this year, but more about that later.
Okay.
Thanks,
Aaron.
All right.
Well, the Bears season came to an end this afternoon at Soldier Field.
Next in sports, Corey McPherrin shows you what happened when the Tampa Bay Bucks came to town.
BMW Dynamic Stability Control, may I help you?
I think I'm starting to skid here.
Okay, where are you?
The right rear, the right rear!
Sir, just calm down. Right rear. How's that?
Oh, that's nice.
Anything else?
Nope, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you for calling BMW DSC.
BMW Dynamic Stability Control. It's here to help. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit your Group Chicago BMW Center for a test drive.
It seems babies have two moods. But now it's the Baby's Room Big Baby Sale, where your baby will. That's because you'll find everything your baby needs. An incredible selection, all on sale. Every crib and chest on sale. Every rocker on sale. Every linen, stroller, and car seat. Get spectacular savings store-wide. But hurry, miss this sale and you could become a big baby.
For the location nearest you, call 1-800-996-BABY.
At Poolorama's incredible half-off after Christmas sale, get up to 50% off everything in stock, including floor model and new slate pool table. For example, get a slate pool table for as low as $749 installed, but only while supplies last. Get a 5-piece poker table and chairs for just $589. A foosball table just $239. A tanning bed as low as $999. Get a family-sized floor model spa for as little as $24.99. Plus, get 6 months, same as cash. So for the best break in town, shop Poolorama's incredible half-off after Christmas sale.
You know how much Grandma wanted to be here for your first Christmas? You see, Grandma lives way down here, and you live way up here. Brian, your cousin, he's a little bit older than you. He lives here in Chicago, and your Aunt Lisa lives here in Baltimore. Uncle Ernie? Way out in Hawaii. Oh, but don't you worry. We'll always be together for Christmas.
Being together is the best part of the holidays, and Cheerios is happy to be part of the family.
You just ate Dallas.
Tonight on Fox News Chicago at 9, can the internet keep this man alive? It's the ultimate cyber stunt. A man and his computer for a full year. The story of .com guy tonight at 9. Now the story of Corey McPherrin. Corey, of all the seasons the Bears have had, one thing you can say for sure, this one has been certainly one of them.
One of them, yes. I was wondering where you were going with that, and now I know. Now I know.
You had to know.
The last 2 weeks, though, have been kind of sobering. Here's a team that was feeling pretty good about itself. In fact, they've made some improvements, and you got to play the Rams and the Bucks back-to-back.
Ouch.
Two best teams in the conference, along with the Vikings, as far as I'm concerned. Over the century, the Bucks bring in the new year with a solid, albeit boring, workmanlike whipping of the Bears today. 20-6 is your final, as the Bucks seal their first division crown since 1981. Pick up the highlights in the second quarter. 3-0 Tampa Bay. Mike Allstott, pride and joy at Joliet, takes it in from a yard away. Bucks up 10-0. That's the halftime score. Only bright spot for the Bears. Jared Holmes connects on his first NFL kick. Also hits one from 31 yards away. 39-31. Not bad. Fourth quarter, Bucks lead 13-6. Sean King, Dave Moore, touchdown. Tampa Bay goes on to win it 20-6. Bears finish with a 6-10 record. 2 wins better than a season ago.
I mean, it's over. We didn't end it like we wanted to, but, you know, we can start building on the things we think we need, and, you know, there's nothing you can do but go forward now, you know. The season's over, and that's a given, and I don't know what to say about it. You know, we didn't end it like we wanted to.
Every part of my game can be worked on. I don't think there's anything that I'm perfect at. I don't think there's anything that anyone's perfect at. But, you know, I'm just going to concentrate on getting better, and, you know, just like the rest of these guys, get better, and, you know, we're gonna be exciting next year.
Well, we'd like to think so. Cade McNown, shaky at best today. Of course, the same could be said for just about everybody in a Bears uniform. We'll talk to Cade tonight on the final word at 9:40. Elsewhere today, Vikings and Lions. Vikes come in with a shot at the division title. Second quarter, Jeff George, Randy Moss. Moss, stiff arms, takes off, gone. 67 yards. Vikings win it 24-17, but they'll have to settle for the wild card berth as Randy makes some little boy's day. Very nice, Randy. Bucks, of course, clinching the division title with the victory at Soldier Field today. So the scoreboard looks like this. You got Green Bay all over Arizona. Pack needs the Giants to beat the Cowboys, and they're in the playoffs. Probably Pete Carroll's last game with the Pats as they beat Baltimore today 20-3. Jacksonville over the Bengals. Jags have home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. Buffalo beats Indianapolis today. New Orleans and Carolina. Saints finish at 3-12. Kansas City and Oakland in overtime. It's Oakland the win. KC loss gives Seattle the AFC West title as Byron, the biggest Oakland fan in Chicago. Chiefs missed the playoffs. St. Louis and Philadelphia give this one to Philly with the Rams having nothing really to play for. Kurt Warner, a couple of touchdown passes. Joins Marino as only quarterback to throw 40 scoring passes in a season. Also today, the Jets continue to play well as they beat Seattle 19-9. Briefly, college basketball today. Northwestern falls to Oakland University 60-41. College football, Tennessee and Nebraska tonight in the Fiesta Bowl. Last night, in case you didn't see it, Pasadena, Rose Bowl. Barry Alvarez and his Badgers make a little Big Ten history, taking on Stanford, of course. A lot of the credit goes to this guy. Heisman winner Ron Dane breaks through here, gets a block, and just rambles. 64 yards caught from behind. Dane runs for 200 yards on the evening. A couple plays later, he will take it in along the left side here. Badgers win 17-9. And they are becoming the first Big Ten team to win back-to-back Rose Bowls.
When we found that out, that we had a chance to make history and be the first Big Ten team to do that, that was one of the goals and one of the things that I addressed with the kids. There's nothing like doing something that no one else has done.
You got that right. Barry Alvarez creating a powerhouse in Madison, Wisconsin. He could name his price and go anywhere he wanted to in America, college or pro, and make a lot of money if he wanted to.
Man, looking good.
He's got something better, obviously.
Yeah, he likes it there.
All right. Thanks, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
And that's Fox News Postgame. Thanks for watching, everyone.
We'll see you later. Take it easy.